Tulum. Tulum is an ancient Mayan ruin, and it's a decent ruin if you've never been to a ruin. But honestly, if you've taken a cruise and you've seen a ruin, you've probably seen one just as nice, if not nicer, as this one. And if you plan on visiting any other ruins in Mexico, it's also not worth your time visiting. We went, we had no idea what we were signing up for, and when we went, we also had not planned to visit Chichen Itza yet. When you decide to take this excursion, you board a bus from Xcaret, and they take a pit stop to drop those off, spending a whole day at Hela. Then you continue on to Tulum. It does take a little over an hour to get there, so make sure you go to the bathroom and everybody's situated ahead of time. Once you get there, you kind of drive through this small town, and they take you from the bus to a smaller truck, and they explain to you how to get into Tulum, and your guides are with you as well. They also explain to you how the shops work on the way out and how to make it back to the bus. Part of the process in getting to the gates, they let you know that no professional cameras are allowed, no drones, and no GoPros. So if you have those, you may want to have a way of securing those, because you are allowed to leave items on the bus, or just don't bring them, because I know those are expensive and you may not want to leave those unsupervised. So once you get to the gate, you already have your bands or tickets from the resort. They give those to you on the bus. They also give you a water bottle. It's nothing special. The first time I ran it through the dishwasher, they all warped. And there is a bathroom, but the women's bathroom was broken, so they separated the men's bathroom, and half of it was for men and half of it was for women, and they had a worker in the middle to kind of guide you and kind of, I guess, keep it separate to the best of their abilities. The bathrooms were clean, but they still managed to be gross. I think it's just because they ran down, but if you don't have to go to the bathroom, you may want to hold it till you get back to Hela. Once you walk in, they've divided you into Spanish speaking and English speaking, so you can actually understand the whole tour and you're not waiting for it to be translated back to you, so that's nice. But honestly, the greatest part about Tulum is the view of the ocean. The ruins are okay, and the information they give to you is nice, but nothing that you probably didn't already learn in school growing up. And it's not meant for kids. It's really not. Marcus is 12, and he seemed to enjoy some of it a little bit more. He definitely stayed with the group, but Nathaniel was over it. It was just dry information. You can tell a guy had repeated 100 times over, and he started sitting on our feet. He started roaming around with Hansu. Like, he just wasn't into it, because it's not geared for kids. It's honestly geared more towards like an older demographic that can't do a whole day walking tour, and that's fine, but that's just not who we are. To be honest, if you've gone on a cruise or you visited any other ruin, it's just not worth it. Once you separate from the group, you're allowed to kind of like roam the area and kind of look around, and we did that. We only spent about 10 minutes though, because again, there's just not that much to really see. It is pretty, the ocean is gorgeous, but whatever. And I wanted to hit the shops because I wasn't sure if we were gonna see more shops like that, and I'm kind of glad we did, because it wasn't as easy as we thought it would be getting all the way back to the bus. So on the way out, we came across a guy who was holding iguanas and monkeys and allowing tourists to hold them as well. But I'm gonna let Nate give you a description of this experience.
Monkey. Okay. Nearby Tulum, there's a guy with a monkey. He lets you hold it, it crawls all around your head, and he takes pictures of it. It's really cute. His paws are so soft. It's so cute. Sometimes he plays with your ears, but you know, cutest part. There's also this guy with an iguana. Let's just say that iguana needs to lose a few pounds. It is very heavy. Not heavy enough where like you can't lift it, but he's still heavier than I thought. It was really cool because he was like scaly and it was just cool in general. If you're sensitive, I don't recommend you go petting the iguana because its scales can get a little rough. So don't recommend you pet it if you have sensitive skin. Always remember, you gotta have money for these things, so they're not free. Just make sure you bring some money there.
Oh my goodness, was that monkey so cute? If monkeys weren't so much to keep up with, I would definitely have one at home. From here, we started hitting all the little shops, and the only person who actually got something was Marcus, because even though I wanted to browse, I'm a professional browser. I don't have to buy, but Mr. Marcus loves to get one special item no matter where we travel to. But let's see if you can guess what it is.
Tulum had many different gift shops going in and out of it, and many of them seem to be small businessmen and worksmith. But I don't recommend buying anything at Tulum because they're all overpriced. If you're not really in love with it, but you kind of like it, don't get it yet because Mom will tell you where. I don't remember exactly which street it was on. But I found this knife, and later on in the trip, I found it somewhere else cheaper, and I would have preferred to get it from there. But overall, that part was also fun.
If you've guessed that Marcus collects knives, you would be correct. While we did overpay for Marcus's knife, we did actually haggle it down some from the original price. So the prices are heavily inflated in this location. If you see something that you absolutely love and you're willing to take the risk and overpay for it, then get it. But if it's not something that you absolutely love, just wait. After this purchase, we decided to start heading back to the bus so we would be early. Thank goodness we did, because the instructions given to us were so unclear as to how to get back to this bus. We made it there with minutes, like 1 or 2 to spare, and we're never those people. So I'm not sure how to correct this. I'm not sure to tell you even how to correctly get back to the bus. It was luck that we spotted someone else from our trip that was heading in the same direction and we followed them. So do make sure you're paying really close attention to where the buses will be and how to get back there, because you're taking off the bus and putting onto like a Jeep-like vehicle, and then you're dropped off. Then you have to walk back the distance of the Jeep and find the bus. But the bus is not where it originally dropped you off at. So just make sure you pay attention to where they tell you this bus will be. In closing, yes, we had fun. We'll have fun no matter where we go. We're those people, even if it's not the greatest experience. We're going to find something we love to do there. But if you've literally gone to any other ruin, you don't need to go to Tulum. Spend the whole day at Hala and get more bang for your buck there, and you'll have better experiences there. Unless you've never been to a ruin or you're someone who's much older and this is really your thing. As always, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button.